Okay, here we are again. We're on the 6th tutorial on the first day of creation. And let's go through the Greek part again, very slowly, of what we've covered so far. And I'll let you try to read through this the best way you can. Try to do it out loud or in your mind. Try to get the meanings of the words as we go through it. And I'm scrolling down to where we left off. Okay, so here we left off at where the God has made light come into being, and he beheld it as something good, and then he separated it through, creating a separation between the light and the darkness. Okay, so now let's concentrate on the remaining lines of day one. Let's, for the moment, we'll give that a little space. Okay. Let's take a look at the verbs first. Let's color them in. I think there's basically only one verb, or two verbs. Well, one of them we've seen before. One new one. This one. And we're going to color its usual color, which I think, which color was it? Oh, the colors have changed here. I think it's this one. Let's try. Okay, I think that's right. No, it's not. Alright, what have they done to my colors here? I don't think that's, well, I guess that's it. Yep, that's the one. And you'll notice we have the same word here. And you'll notice the difference between the two. The first one ends in a new, and the second one doesn't. And the second one doesn't because there's already there's already a consonant after the final epsilon. And in this first one here, you're adding a new because you're hitting an omicron, aspirated omicron. So that's why the new is there. Anyways, let's put it in our vocabulary. So we're going to copy this fellow, this verb, and we're going to look for our chart where it's our verb chart. Okay, we've got a space for it right here, and I'm going to put it right at the far right bottom corner here. And I'm gonna make that a little smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to bold the indicators, the prefix and the suffix. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That one. And the beginning and the ending. And you can see, is this the right size here? This is the base verb is kaleo, which means to call, or I call. And in the past, he called is ekalese. And you'll notice all the past specific acting verbs of the third person start with a epsilon and end with a sigma epsilon. So he created, he separated, and he called. And let's take a look at the verb in the vocabulary. Didn't do that right. You know what? Maybe I did it right. Oh well. We'll find it this way anyway. 18. Well, we got... okay, here it is. One way or another we got there. There's the verb, he called or he named. Comes from the... okay, let's get rid of this distracting highlights. Comes from the verb kaleo, meaning to call, name, summon, invite, or invoke. And we have some similar Greek words that are related. I'll point out maybe this one. Well, ekolet, o, you have a prefix of epsilon kappa, which means out or out of. Let's add that to our dimensionals. Where's dimensionals here? Okay. I'll highlight that. And then we'll go back. If I remember where we were here. So ekaleo means to call out or summon out to assembly. And then we get ecclesia, which means a called assembly or a church. And you get the English word ecclesiastical from that. Okay, now we've got another set of words here that start with para. Para means alongside, and you get the word parallel from that. Let's add that to our dimensionals. Okay. So now, parakaleo means call alongside or appeal. And then we get the bottom here, we get parakletos, which is a noun that means advocate or mediator or protector or comforter, someone who is called alongside you. And it's in the New Testament, it came to mean the Holy Ghost. And or the Paraclete. Okay, so there's a little bit about that verb, which is the only new verb we're going to deal with today. Let's go back. Okay, and these verbs this verb we've already come across. Was it this one? And this one. And okay, we'll go to the chart. There it is. In the middle column here, at the bottom. Egeneto, he, she, or it came into being. In this case, she came into being, I believe. I would say so, or it came into being. Okay, let's go to the nouns. This one we've come across before. You should know it by now. I don't know if I got the right color. I think I did. Gotta aim this mouse properly. And this one we came across before. Okay, so those two you know, and we've got some, and this one, of course. Okay, and let's highlight the word for the specifier. And I believe we had this color. Okay, so let's look at these words in these nouns in our noun charts, and I've reorganized the noun charts. So first of all, teos, I've separated the first group, feminine nouns, from the second group, feminine and masculine nouns. There's teos, and then we have the third group of nouns that are neuter, and we have darkness and light here, the first and the last columns. But this is the first time we've come across skotos in the target case with the word the with it. So let's copy it there. And let's make it the smaller size. And highlight the. And we'll put it in. And of course there's no difference between the focus and the target endings. There we go. And we'll highlight the ending here. Okay, okie dokie. So let's go back. Now we have some new nouns here. There's one here. Oh, I should do this in order. There's one here. Let's do this one first. But you'll notice we have two very similar versions of it. There's another one. Let's copy it into its proper noun chart. And it belongs right here. Okay, just make it the right size. Yeah. All right. So there's a focus version of it, and this is the target version. Let's highlight the endings. Not highlight, bold them. Alright, so Hemera, Hemeron, meaning day. Okay, let's see if we can translate this line here now. First, okay. Let's make that a little smaller. And he called, whoops, the God did the light. I don't have to. And what did he call it? He called it day. So day in the light and the day are both target cases. He is the subject, the God is the subject, the focus noun, and the light is the target noun, and day is also in the target case because it's in apposition to light. Okay, now we've got a new noun here, the end of the next line, and we'll highlight that one, and we'll put it in its focus, in its noun chart. And this is a third group, and it's happens to be feminine. So I created a new chart here for that, and it belongs in this box here because it's a target noun. And let's make this the right size. Okay, and it means night. We can look at that, see if I can find it in the, maybe not. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. And the base noun, the focus noun, is nux. So it means night, or the goddess of night. And similar words. Nocteros means nocturnal or nightly. And nocteris means bat, the mammal that flies during the night. Okay, let's copy nux into our noun chart. Where did it go? There we are. And we'll make it, what would I get it to be? Anyways, let's, this part doesn't need to be bold. And, okay. Make it the right size. And highlight this ending, or bold it. Okay. So you see there's quite a difference between the ending in the focus case and the target case. And we'll comment on that later. Maybe in the next tutorial. Okay. And we have similar situations in the separating case. Much different from the focus case. And sometimes, for example, in water, hudor, hudatos. And for light, pos and potos. Okay, so let's go back to our line here that we're trying to translate. Okay, now we got another noun here. That's new. Let's highlight that one. And let's copy it into its noun chart. And it goes it actually goes here. Okay. Espera. Which means evening. and see if we can get this to work properly. There it is in the vocabulary. Means evening time, evening or evening time. And it was originally, the H was originally in digamma, and so it was vespera, which the Latin, through the Latin, became the word vespers, which means evening song, which was the religious religious service that was performed as the sun went below the horizon at dawn, at the end of the day. So the sun went down in the west, so hesperos means either evening, as a noun modifier, you can use it, or western. And the word hesperis means a daughter of the evening star. One of the Hesperides in Greek mythology, which were nymphs that tended the garden in the west with trees that contained golden apples. And I won't get too much into the Greek mythology at the moment, but you can look that up yourself. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, now we got one more word we have to deal with right here. Not that one. Okay. And the word is a verb modifier. Proi, proi, which means early in the day, or during morning, or pre-dawn. And similar words, proimos, premature, or proia, meaning early. It answers the question when. Okay, so let's go back to our line here. Let's see if we can translate it now. Let's see if we've got a similar here. Let's just copy this. You know what? In this case, espera is feminine, so we can say she came into being. And here, proi has no gender, so I'm going to say it. If I can spell it right. Okay, one word to go. What does this word mean? Okay, it means this word is actually a number. Let's see if we have a chart for it. There it is. So it's basically a noun modifier. The first few numbers are like noun modifiers in Greek, and after that they're not. They don't have case differences. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to make this the right size. And okay. And I'll tell you what the target version is. Maybe you can guess already. Here we go. Okay, so that's the feminine version of one because it's modifying the word day, which happens to be feminine. And let's go back to the line, the last line of day one. All right, we've completed the first day. Kai ekalisen hoteos topouhus hemeran kai tos kotos ekolase nukta kai egeneto espera kai egeneto proi hemera mia. And he called, the God did, the light day, and the darkness he called night. And she came into being, evening. And it came into being, morning. Day 1. Okay. And we can bring that closer together now. It's all day 1. So for now, we're going to end it. In the next one, we'll maybe look at organizing some of these words into a vocabulary that you can reference. So I'll see you in that one. Bye for now.